Okay, we're doing another up-to-date story on the situation of this Big Jook being arrested, also with the third suspect being arrested in this case. We're gonna break this. This is part 2. We did part 1. Go check part 1 out. We're gonna start part 2 the right way. We're continuing how this whole saga started. Well, Big Jook was seen together with the third suspect. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about with this third suspect situation, a lot of people already know Govan is his name, Govan Hernandez. He has close ties to Yo Gotti and the CMG platform. And one with all he has close ties to is Big Jook. Now, we're going to break it down because the slain rapper Lotta Cash DeSoto, that's who her father is. And everybody thinks she got killed as a limit in Houston, and everybody's trying to connect mob ties too, but we're gonna save that for later. I'm not connecting mob ties to it, but we know certain names who ring bells in the Houston area. But we got to start this story the right way. We need to start it from the start of how all this happened, before the third suspect being arrested and all that. But we need to get on with the third suspect arrest as well. If y'all don't mind, DJ Bless One is about to start this the trill way, the right way. And unfortunately, let's start the day right now.
Did what in the murder of young Dolph? Now, just last night, we broke that there was a third arrest. Tonight, we are looking into which roles police say each actually played.
Fox 13's Kayla Solomon talked with Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy tonight. And Kayla, we're getting a bigger picture thanks to that conversation as to who might be the mastermind of this plot.
Daryl, District Attorney Mulroy confirmed that Hernandez Govan is the man who ordered the murder of young Dolph.
November 17th, 2021, 2 men are seen in this video opening fire outside of Makita's Cookies. Inside that store was Memphis rapper Young Dolph. It would take just a couple of weeks for the first arrest to happen in his murder. Cornelius Smith was arrested in December in DeSoto County. Then in January of this year, Justin Johnson was arrested in Indiana. Now there has been a third arrest. So what's the connection between these 3 men? Who did what?
Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith are, we allege, the 2 shooters. They are the people that are captured on the video that was released publicly a while back, showing the actual shooting.
That video was released by Memphis police the day after the shooting. You can see in the photos 2 people standing, holding guns aimed at Makita's. Also in those photos, a picture of a white Mercedes-Benz that police say was the car used in the crime. Now, almost a year later, a third man has been arrested, Hernandez Govan.
The new indictment, the new suspect, Mr. Govan, we allege was the person who put the hit out on young Dolph, who solicited the murder and put into motion the chain of events that led to young Dolph's death.
The indictment is dated in June of 2021, which Mulroy says is when the plan was hatched. Govan is assaults and drug charges since.
Now, I asked the district attorney what the relationship is between Govan, Johnson, and Smith, and he says he can't answer that question at this time. He also says that they will not be making public what the motive is and also if there's going to be any future arrests. Darcy.
This is the same block where police found the white Mercedes-Benz they say the gunman who killed Dolph they were driving in. Now, sources say that Govan is expected to be in court sometime early next week.
Hernandez Govan has a lengthy criminal record dating back to the early 90s, in fact. Records show January of 1990, Govan was charged with possessing a controlled substance with the intent to manufacture, deliver, or sell. That's a Class E felony. Then again, May of 2000, he was charged with possessing a controlled substance with the intent to manufacture, deliver, or sell. Now, records show he pled guilty to aggravated assault. Govan was sentenced to 3 years in that case.
Now, you see what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. There's a lot of connections in this, and a lot of folks don't even know what's going on. But we've been breaking this case since it started, and I'm not going to stop as far as giving you the news and information. Now, as far as his connections with DeSoto, Lotta Cash, he feels like he's the one who caused her death. We'll get into that later on a separate video, but y'all need to watch this situation as it goes a little bit more deeper than what you think. It's a lot of connections and ties. Let's look into it.
We have new details tonight as we continue to investigate the murder of rapper Young Dolph. Of course, he was gunned down almost a year ago at Makita's Cookies. And tonight, we're finding out more about now the third suspect arrested in this case, Hernandez Govan.
Fox 13's Dominique Dillon is joining us in our newsroom tonight. Dominique, Govan's daughter, she was also a rapper, but she was killed in Houston in September.
Yeah, she went by Lotta Cash Desto, but her real name, Destiny Govan. Houston police say the 25-year-old was shot and killed in Houston September 24th, early that morning. Investigators say Govan and her friend were in their vehicle, stopped behind a vehicle at a traffic light. Police say two men got out of the vehicle and started shooting at the women. We're told the passenger was also shot but survived her injuries. And Lotta Cash Desto was signed to ll3r. He spoke at her funeral.
I had to go to a program and all that. I had to go to
So much. That is Fox 13's Dominique Dillon.
Now, the ties to that gets a little bit spooky, but we'll discuss it on a separate video from this. So y'all already know why I'm discussing on a separate video, but we know the father was feeling like crying about this because cars being linked to this. And we know the man indicted in the fatal shooting in Covington car was also linked to Young Dolph. Now, Straight Drop has been getting transferred through different prisons after prisons. We know that boy going through hell up in them cells, bruh. No joke allowed. And Young Dolph, situation goes long because no matter where you go, everybody know who he was. So Straight Drop can't even get out of his situation. No money in bag can protect that man in there. And we know his ties to who, X, what, when, and where. But I had to put all these together to show you they are coming. I think the CMG takedown is almost very soon, and it's unfortunate. But Yo Gotti ties to all these individuals, it just screams foul play. We know about Terra and Ingram also getting in trouble for the situation. They got so many suspects. We know Shondell Barnett, who's the cousin of Straight Drop, he's missing in action. So what they know is the evidence was destroyed. It can now be tested. So the evidence that they were claiming that they couldn't see what it was, but they have new evidence and 3 different evidence on the case now. So they're getting very close, and I feel like we already know who name's gonna be ringing a bell. And we're gonna do part 3 of this video right up next. Don't worry, I'm gonna upload all these because that Benz car, how people thought it was not really much in the case, that Benz car is gonna be shown to be solving the whole thing, man. When you reading all the situations with all the suspects involving in it, then you understand where we're going with it. Look, man, the 3rd video we're gonna drop is the connections with the daughter and how someone put a bag on the daughter, and even the dad, Javon Hernandez, knew someone killed his daughter because of him. He's gonna confess they killed his daughter because the whole situation that's going on allegedly with Dolph. Look, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Love your family, love your kids, and definitely stay blessed. We're gonna keep rocking and grooving and moving with this thing. Just keep your head on the swivel, and we know what's going on out here. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.